Hey everybody, welcome to part one of my stamp studio tour. This used to be the spare bedroom in our house, and it's 9 feet by 9 feet. And a couple months ago I pulled everything out of it, repainted it, and turned it into my stamp studio. So, coming in, and on the right is all my ribbon storage. This is how I store all my rolls of ribbon. These are racks by Closet Made. I got them at Home Depot. And I just put cardstock in the bottom of them to keep some of the small rolls from falling through the wire. These are meant for kitchen storage for your canned goods and whatnot. They make perfect ribbon storage. As you can see, I have quite a bit. And when I redid this room, I had just enough room for a fourth one, so I stuck that in there. And I can already start filling that one up too. Then below that is my photo tent. I got this online and I can post links on my blog to where I got everything. This is a 24-inch tent, so it's really quite big, but I love it and I use it to photograph all my cards. Then below that, it's sitting on a unit I got at Costco a few years ago, and those that have read my blog for a long time will remember I used to store all my cardstock in here. The top had hanging files, and I now have too much to store it all, so I've just used this as a shelf unit. And on the middle shelf there, I just keep any new product I get, orders, design team stuff and whatnot. That way I can just dig through whatever I've got when I'm crafting and actually use some of the new things. Then below that is where I store a lot of my scraps. This is just a 12 by 12 box I've had sitting around for forever. And I just toss my small scraps in there, and then when it gets full, like it is now, I can organize it all and toss all the little bits. Then I've got my tonic paper cutter by Stampin' Up, the guillotine one. So that's that. Then beside it is the closet. And on the closet door, these are towel racks from IKEA. I only paid, I think, $3 each for them. They're pretty cheap. So I screwed those right into the door, and that's how I store all my Marby punches. And pull them off when I need them, and then put them back. So it's a pretty cheap storage solution for these, and as you can see I have a lot of those too. These suckers are heavy and they take up a lot of room, so putting them on the door was the perfect solution. Then inside the closet, starting at the bottom, is 12 by 12 AmyR's containers with miscellaneous craft supplies, pattern paper, chipboard, all kinds of stuff. They're not really organized right now. That's on the to-do list. And then beside that is a container from Costco that holds all my 4x6 photos and whatnot. Then above that, this is how I store all my 12 by 12 pattern paper and cardstock. These are Cropper Hopper containers. I got them through Stampin' Up and allthatscraps.com. None of it's organized right now. It used to be organized by brand, like basic gray and whatnot, and it's not. It's just a mess. So another thing on the to-do list to go through and clean. The actual cardstock, this is the Doodlebug cardstock I use all the time. So I organize it by color, and then I keep a file folder in the front, so that's where I put all my scraps. So when I'm stamping and whatnot, I check the file folder first, see if I've got a scrap to use in the color I need before cutting into a full sheet. Then above that is all my 8.5 by 11 cardstock, which is also stored in the little Cropper Hopper containers. I need to get a few more. I just buy them whenever I get to place an order and stuff, and just slowly build up the collection. This is all Stampin' Up cardstock. I've been using their cardstock for years, so I've got to the point where I have almost a full pack of every color, and it's all arranged by color and color family in the order it is in the catalog. Then above that is catalogs, magazines over the years, baby books, miscellaneous mailing stuff, all kinds of things. And then on the top shelf is my Bind It All wires. I just use a Sharpie to say what color. They are clear glass ornaments, boxes, CD cases, wood frames, miscellaneous stuff. Just piled it all up on the top there. And beside the closet on the far wall is this little display unit. I got 2 of these. There's one here too. See, it looks like that. I got those at IKEA as well recently. They're only $15 a piece. And they've got a little mirror in the front, and they're meant for holding pictures and whatnot, but cards slide perfectly into those. So I got a couple of those so I can display some of the cards I make. So it's kind of a cool little unit. Then there's my light. Got that at Costco as well a few years ago. And my desk. Get the chair out of the way. Alrighty. I lucked out when I got this desk. I have 3 of these other mini stackable units, and this desk, when I was in the market, ended up being on sale for just about half price because it was overstock. And it stores tons of stuff. There's all my glitter, my paint, Fun Flock, embossing powders, dimensional adhesive, other adhesive, my score tape and whatnot, ink pads, small punches, couple of border punches, all my big punches. These are all Stampin' Up! Punches. So that's all on one side, and then on the other side are all my 1-inch drawers. I've started labeling them. Acrylic blocks, my Rocca blocks, sanding blocks, my stamp positioner, stamp scrubbers, sponge daubers, stickles, just thrown in there. All my little ink cubes, got them stored in there. So ink, more ink, Brilliance ink, Cat's Eye ink pads, then all my Stampin' Up! Ink refills, they fit in a drawer. All my Peerless watercolors, they all fit in there. And then my watercolor crayons, watercolor pencils, my Palazzle, which I never use. Oh, and embellishments. I got these when I got the desk, these little inserts into the trays, so I can store, I think they hold like 30 different sections. So that's how I store all my brads and everything now. Tons of embellishments, all the stuff I've collected over the years. Baubles from Stamping Bella and all that fun stuff. More embellishments. All my Doodlebug stuff, I just keep that in a separate drawer since I go through it quite often. Rhinestone and bling. No organization to that. I just throw it in a drawer and dig through it. And bottom is miscellaneous embellishments. My pink trash can. Got that at Staples a few years ago. So cute. On my desk, I have my score pal. It doesn't leave my desk. It stays right here. I can craft on the top of it and then pull it out when I want to score anything. I use this to score everything. Love my score pal. Then this little black doohickey. This is just a mouse pad I got at Staples for a couple dollars. I use this for stamping on because it's like it gives that little extra bit of cushion, especially when you're using clear stamps and whatnot. So this thing's kind of a must-have. Plus it's spongy, so if I'm doing paper piercing or whatnot, I can just pierce right into it. It's got like cut marks and crap. It's totally worth the couple dollars I spent on it. Then my Fiskars paper cutter. I got this from Stampin' Up! A few years ago too, and I use this for pretty much all my cutting. I only use the guillotine one when I'm mass producing or cutting cardstock in half. For everything else, I just use this Fiskars cutter. It's worked perfectly for me. And then my Making Memories turntable. Got this at Michael's with a 40% off coupon. Best money I've ever spent. As you can see, it holds tons and tons and tons of stuff. All my tools. My ATG gun, got that a couple months ago, love it. My map pack, piercers, hammers, stamp and scrub, mist, stamp cleaners, scissors, punches, adhesive. Like this thing holds, oh my crocodile's even like shoved in there. And then all the little drawers underneath are filled with tons of stuff. So yeah, this little carousel is a must-have. This thing holds a ton. I love it. Don't know what I'd do without it.